It's a great pleasure and privilege for me to welcome all of you on behalf of SLASSCOM and also on behalf of the ICT Agency of Sri Lanka to this important and, in my mind, I think a groundbreaking summit. As Faisal mentioned, it's the first ever quality summit for the IT BPO industry that is to be held in Sri Lanka. Quality is a differentiator in all aspects of work life, and the ICT sector is no different. It's actually even more significant in an industry such as ours, where quality and rich value addition can make a real difference at the end of the day. So it's really heartening to see all of you here. I think we have over 350 participants. The event has been sold out, and we really appreciate the significance that you have placed on quality by being here today, by showing your presence here today. As I have mentioned many times before, we are all privileged to be involved in the IT BPO industry because we strongly believe that this industry will drive development, will be the key in the future to generating employment, increasing our exports, and giving our national economy a boost. So it's important for us to focus on moving this industry forward and also to create the right environment and the right facilities for this industry to grow and develop. It's also important to focus on these to achieve our objectives, which are to make the IT BPO industry the biggest employment generator and the largest foreign exchange earner for the country. Also, with ever increasing competition, with more and more countries, with more and more companies competing for the same business, and also with the global economic downturn, the likes of which we have just experienced and could experience any time again in the future, quality becomes very important. Quality becomes a differentiator, as the theme of this summit suggests. Therefore, quality as a differentiator is crucial in our industry for us to stand out as a country globally, for companies to stand out among its peers, and also for individuals and professionals to stand out. In addition, we also know that the government is very keen and focused on taking the benefits of ICT, the dividends of information and communication technology, to every citizen in every village, and also looking to use ICT as a tool, as an enabler to spur socio-economic development in this country. Therefore, quality ICT products and ICT services are essential, very fundamental in this endeavor, and are an integral part if we are to achieve success and achieve our objectives. So this first ever Quality Summit is a great and significant event in every sense, and I think it is being held at a very opportune moment. The industry and SLASSCOM have all come together to make this summit a reality, and I would like to take this opportunity to applaud all of them for this outstanding effort. If I were to talk a little bit about the history of quality in the IT BPO industry, or the advent of quality in the IT BPO industry in Sri Lanka. About 5 years ago, when the ICT agency started implementing its pioneering Sri Lanka Development Initiative, I think there were about 4 to 5 companies that had any sort of quality certification in the ICT sector. Under the ICT Investment and Private Sector Development Program of the Sri Lanka Initiative, an aggressive set of activities were started. We commenced a set of activities that looked at developing the ICT industry, helping them, building their capacity, creating the right environment for them to grow, and also marketing them globally. Now known as the ICBP, or the ICT Capacity Building Program, one of the key strategies in this initiative was to provide grants for local IT BPO companies to achieve quality certification. Also around the same time, the predecessor, or I should say the part predecessor of SLASSCOM, SCA, Software Exporters Association, set themselves a target that 50% of their members should achieve quality certification by around 2009-2010.
Okay, good morning everyone. Resham, thank you very much. Known Resham for a couple of years now. Prime mover, visionary. Glad to meet you again, and thank you for the address. Clearly exciting times for Sri Lanka. Clearly a lot has happened over the last couple of years and since we've been talking and being engaged. So thank you. Congratulations to SLASSCOM. Not only is this the first quality summit, but clearly and very successful. I think this is going to be a milestone event. I'm sure and I hope that you will have this every year with the kind of passion and care that's gone into this event, and I've been interacting with Manu. I just was very, very encouraged. And the most interesting one was when I called him yesterday and his ringtone was advertising the SLASSCOM summit. And when the ringtone of a person like Manu talks about the quality summit, you know that there's a lot of passion, care, and effort that's going into it. So congratulations, truly commendable effort. I'm sure you will have a great day with the kind of experts and speakers that the group has lined up. I am personally glad to be here. And Manu will tell you the story that, I was almost not going to be able to make it. There are decisions and there are decisions that CEOs can make and they can override. There is one that they cannot change or shift, one appointment or one event, and that's called, unfortunately, the board meeting. And that's, our board meeting was clashing exactly with this quality summit. And I was very keen to be here, and I am here. We've shifted our board meeting, and I'm so happy that I was able to do that. So we have our directors flying in from around the world, but they were very accommodating. So fantastic to be here. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed exciting times. Lots of milestones have been reached as we've progressed forward. Now today, as I sit here and stand here, witnessing the whole evolution and if I may say so, maybe an ensuing revolution that's about to unfold in Sri Lanka. And it's my belief that, lots of things are coming to place together. And when they start to come to place and start to play out together, we have some very astounding results. So what I am going to do today is, in my 40-odd minutes till 10 o'clock, is try and pose some questions and also try and be a little controversial, because I'd like you to go back from this room thinking about quality and thinking about what quality means to the nation, thinking about what quality means to the organizations, the CEOs and CIOs, and thinking about what quality means to each one of us as professionals. And to revisit some of the tenets, to think about how it all fits in, and then how it's all aligned to the ultimate goal of making Sri Lanka take its place and its rightful place in the world economy in terms of ICT industry and with the kind of talent, education, and skill sets that are here, that is only a phenomenon waiting to happen. So the title of today's and the SLASSCOM event is Quality as a Differentiator, and I'm going to pose the question, is quality a differentiator? And then over the period of the next 30 minutes, we'd like to get some thinking or a provocative views around it to see if it is, and if it is, what do we do, and if it is not, what do we do? Because ultimately, we want to grow as an industry, and we want to take our rightful place in the world economy in terms of ICT trade. So what do we need? Right. So let me step back and recount to you some of the incidents that I have witnessed.
So I'll briefly tell you what I'm planning to do, because when I first was told by my CEO that we are supposed to do this presentation, one of the things which came into my mind is whether I should do a technical case study or should I do a quality specific general case study. Then what we want to share is like our experience as being a Sri Lankan company. The context is like we are a non-captive Sri Lankan BPO. And we also do multidisciplinary service delivery, which is quite different, I would say, in a way, because we, like you would have seen in that intro video, we just don't only do one particular domain, but whether it's by accident or not, we have been doing multiple service deliveries. And then we don't see ourselves as a big player in the industry, neither in Sri Lanka nor obviously in the world, because we are one of those companies which came up as a smaller company, but maybe we are pretty much in line with that medium scale by now. And also we've got relatively smaller teams of service delivery because we focus on a bit of a high-end work in terms of whether it's accounting or the contact center or the legal services part. And then it's also the context is competing in the global market and pros and cons of being a whole Sri Lankan BPO. Obviously, it's all a lot of pros, but there are also cons. Like, for example, Sri Lanka is not yet in the radar, as we all agree. So when you are not a captive and you don't have a proper partner out there to help you and bring on the different levels of skills and the standards and practices as well as the businesses, it's quite a challenging journey. So what I'll do today in the 25 to 30 minutes I've been given, I'll try to share with you our experience in how we have overcome these challenges by making quality as our priority. Because one of the things I would like to really highlight is it's been kind of, I think now you rightly mentioned about this ecosystem, it's kind of, it has to be in your blood to make it happen. Like, I didn't want to quote any leading visionaries on quality and all, but I just got 3 quotations from within the lifetime of the company, which has been like now 8 to 9 years, as to how we set foot in making quality being our priority. For example, back in 2002, when our group, Expo Lanka group CEO, one of his first interviews, he said, we want to provide customers with the quality of service and reliability which our name should be associated with. It was just not a remark, but it just set the tone to make it happen in terms of quality being part of your system. And then one of our general managers back then in 2005, when we were going through a major turnaround in our business model, he said quality is our #1 priority. And he said very interesting thing, if you're up for it, get on board. Otherwise, die trying or you can quit now. So I thought I should I may die try, but I was rather be able to get on board, and most of us will. And yeah, I have my CEO on board in the room at the moment. But one of the things, because okay, it's another important thing, because I was just trying to relate it when Abhyug was speaking, because we were really hyping. We had a major hype in the industry. We had like 200, 300 people working at a time, which is quite a big number in Sri Lankan standards when we started. But at one point, we moved back to 7 staff in our company when we completely redid our business model. And then now we are closing to 100, and our target is by the end of this year to make it 250 plus, which we are on track with some of the developments going on. So then, when we made that decision, my CEO, he was telling, okay, if quality of delivery is at work, the quality of delivery is at stake, it's not at work, it's a time for other. Make your own decision to act on it. As long as it is the best interest of the company, we always back you. That's the message we gave to everybody. Which again said that, okay, if quality is at stake, you take the risk. You are empowered to do what you want. And it did. I mean, it has been part of the organization culture ever since then. That's why I'm going to share you some of the experience as to what we've gone through.